Good evening, everyone, or afternoon, depending on where you are. It's afternoon here in beautiful Gravesend, Brooklyn. Just finished Alice Arden's beautiful book, The Romeo Catchers. It's the sequel to her book, The Casket Girls, and nearly 600 pages, just like The Casket Girls was, and I burned through it very quickly. I had never heard of what a Romeo Catcher was until reading this book. I had seen them before in New Orleans. I assumed they were just like barbed wire to keep people who don't belong out. So in the book, they explain that they were actually to keep the young men of New Orleans from coming to visit your daughter when they weren't supposed to. Sneakily coming up, shimmying up a pole, and on the way back down, being very, very unhappy. So anyway, there's a continuing tale of Adele and Isaac and Niccolo Medici and the Medici brothers and sister, of witches and vampires, all set in the French Quarter of New Orleans. Excellent read. I burned through it very quickly. And as you can see, it's not exactly a tiny book. Very good story. I recommend, if you have not read The Casket Girls, to read The Casket Girls. Also check out the Ursuline Convent on Chartres Street, or Rue Chartres, in New Orleans in the French Quarter. And read up on that as well, because it plays a big role in the stories, or in these novels, I should say. Not really stories. They're a little long to be stories. They're novels. But great, great stories. I really hope somebody in Hollywood discovers these and turns them into good movies. Not like $1 million inexpensive Z movies, you know. Spend some money. From what I understand, Anne Rice wasn't very happy with the way The Queen of the Damned and The Interview with a Vampire came out. Although I have heard that she is now involved in doing a Lestat TV series, which I can't wait to see. But that's really got nothing to do with this. But if you like Anne Rice's vampire stories, you'll like Alice Arden's vampire and witch stories as well, I'd say. Very, very similar storytelling styles, I guess you would say. If you've never been to New Orleans, oh my God, go. It's a wonderful place, although be prepared to gain a lot of weight. It's insane, the food that's there. In fact, I'm meeting my partner later today, and we're going to go to a place in Astoria called the Sugar Freak and have, I'll be having, if they have it on the menu, because I believe that crawfish are in season right now. And if they are, I will be having some nice crawfish etouffee for dinner later when we meet some friends. And that's about it. I mean, I can ramble on for hours. I don't want to give away any plot points, so I don't want to really talk too much about the book, other than to say, get it. It's inexpensive. I think it's like $7 on Amazon. Or if you have a Kindle, you can get it for like $4, the digital version. So, I mean, I think for under $10, you can get the original book and this one here, The Romeo Catchers. The original book is called The Casket Girls. And the premise with that is that when the voyageurs came from France to the New World, there weren't women with them. And, you know, after a while they were like, King Louis, you know, you got to help us out here, you know. So they sent poor women of marriageable age to the New World with cassettes, like a dowry box, and they kind of looked like coffins, and hence the Casket Girls were born. And she plays on that history, because that is real history of New Orleans, which next year is its 300th anniversary or 300th birthday, whatever you want to say, and weaves incredible tale of witches and vampires, and it jumps back and forth to the Middle Ages with the Medicis, and it's a really, really incredible series. I highly recommend it. This is the Mohawk signing off. Have a great day. Bye for now. Onagi Wahi.